Hi, my name is Callum. I'm a trumpet player based in Melbourne. I perform contemporary repertoire and I enjoy collaborating with a range of composers on new pieces that explore interesting trumpet techniques. I also use electronics to augment or zoom in on my instrument, and I also like to work with visual elements such as video projections or lighting design. I'm also an improviser. I've played a lot of jazz, I studied jazz at university in Perth, and I've done a lot of free improvisation. One notable improvisation project I've done was with the Phonetic Orchestra, where we played 8-hour concerts for sleeping audiences in art galleries. So the music would kind of infiltrate its way into their dreams. And as a composer, I like to write for specific situations. I think about the exact location of the concert and the exact players who are performing. My compositions are designed to get people listening really carefully, and I like to use large blocks of durations like 10 seconds, 30 seconds, 60 seconds instead of faster rhythms. So I might tell a performer, here's a particular sound you could make, or here are some tones you could choose from, or here's an interesting technique to find on your instrument. Play that for this amount of time. So enough about me. My prompt for you is to get you to draw inspiration from a literary source, specifically Australian poetry. So poetry shares so much with music: rhythm, phrasing, form, metaphor, and it contains incredible detail and nuance just like music, and is always seeking to create a mood or an atmosphere. I've selected 5 different poems by Australian poets for you to choose from. You can check out the document that contains the 5 poems. I invite you to pick one and create a musical response to it. There are many ways to go about this. Perhaps you'll take inspiration from the mood or the atmosphere of the poem, or perhaps there's one small element or one phrase in it that you could expand on. Perhaps you'll look at the shape or the rhythm of the written phrases. You could use some or all of the words in the poem in your piece. Any element of your selected poem can be your inspiration. Get really inventive with it and bring in other elements that you like, whether it's visual things or electronics, whatever you like. Your musical response could be really carefully composed, or it could be totally improvised, or it could be a combination of the two. You could write out some instructions for improvising that change at certain points. Your piece can last between 1 to 3 minutes, and it can be performed on your instrument or with your voice, or it could be for any number of instruments. You can use electronic processing, whatever you like. You can also give a short explanation before or after your performance of which poem you picked, why you picked it, and also talk about how you responded to the poem. I think this kind of task is interesting as it gets you to look at your instrument and your musicianship in a really fresh way. You yourself are acting as the poet, but a musical one. Musicians have been working with literary sources for a very, very long time, because just like a poem or a novel, music can tell a powerful story. There are many Australian composers who have done this kind of work. I hope you enjoy this process. And I really look forward to hearing how you respond to these poems and what you see that maybe I haven't seen in the poems. So I'd better get working on mine right now. So good luck.